Hello, this is of course Jameson, also known as Dragon Charles. I'm going to be making well, supposedly making a video series. We'll see how it goes. Of playing my first 5 matches, maybe once or twice a week, recording it on YouTube and talking about the current state of PvP and such. So, currently, I'm not running a serious team because it's not the last week. I only usually run serious teams in the last week, and I just try to experiment before that. So, yeah, my defensive teams never win. I think that's the same, same team, and I still have yet to use the Small Hadron Collider, but that's just whatever. So, pretty much what I want to talk about is what's been happening so far. And in the patch notes, which everyone I imagine who's serious about PvP has looked at, there's been quite a few nerfs handed out, and a couple of buffs here and there. I don't know what's up with this team, but Null's Meteors being considered magic really helps. Helps all the people who we're tired of being meteored to death. And it finally will probably bump him down out of the most top tier of top tier status. Or he could also just pair back up with Quicksilver and just punch you to death. I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes. I haven't updated my armor either. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'll probably do that soon, maybe next time. Because I have the gold for it. I just didn't do it. Generally, like, I've noticed starting last season, since they made all the changes to static. Oh, this really sucks because neither one of them can be static charged apparently. But since they made all the changes to static, it's actually been a pretty good thing to run on people. So, wow, this is a terrible team for me to fight, actually, with these guys. Because they can't be chilled either. But, other than Null being obviously nerfed, I was a bit upset that nothing happened to Kruth at all. I guess they consider her okay somehow. I don't understand personally, because I don't think she's okay still, but it's whatever. But I want to point out the few changes that I've noticed that they did put in that seem to not really be talked about so much, and I guess they've finally given a name to those buffs that can't be removed. I don't remember hearing them called heroic, but now those golden border ones that you can't remove are called heroics. And these seem to be pretty good, especially now that Storm has it on her Protector Shroud. You can start the fight with a full team avoidance effect that no one can remove. 50% avoidance, I think it is. Double check. Pretty sure it's 50. Let me look. Yeah, it's 50% avoidance. It gains additional defense benefits from Storm's attacks. Nifty. Oh yeah, that's the Elemental Mastery, yeah. So, I have Epiphany on there because this actually will start my whole team with a crit. Like, guaranteed. That's actually a pretty awesome thing. It also put the Suppression Shield, which I don't see people use either. That's actually pretty good. I'm not sure why it hasn't gotten noticed, but it reduces dot damage and it's a shield that you get literally every turn you lightning somebody. Blizzard I gave Shield Breaker because, shields. And Tornado I had no idea what to give it, so I gave it Crit Chance. And of course she's running her E-ISO, her hero-specific one with her classic Storm Blaster. And I'm running Blaster just because bruisers are still popular and you're going to run into a bunch of that. That's probably still going to be a thing this season, bruisers and blasters. And the reason why I'm not running her with somebody like Beta Ray Bill is because his avoidance effect knocks out her shroud at the start of the round. And it lasts less time and you're just going to be inconvenienced. What in the world is this? This is what sucks about the start of PvP. But what was I talking about before I realized I got matched up poorly? Yeah, so Beta Ray Bill, I'd say, is probably one of the best static heroes just because you get the, what's that debuff that doubles the damage? I think it's Ozone. You get that, like, guaranteed on, like, a catastrophic. And he's also Bruiser Blaster, two of the best classes to be at the moment. So it's honestly a really good combination of things to have on one character. He's pretty durable. His damage is generally okay. I mean, he's not Thor when it comes to damage, but he's more about focusing on the static and surviving than Thor is just kind of about bursting you down. And who in the world runs Wonder Man? He's got like 2 protects, like... Guess he thinks that's cool, but that's not gonna work. Not that anything works on defense, really. When you're... This is the kind of crappy thing about PvP that I guess I kind of just let it slide. But I'm not sure really why I do. But it's honestly pretty crappy for defensive teams. Because when you think about it, like I go into most people who are high level go into matches knowing they're going to win 90 to 100% of the matches. And that's not even an understatement. Like if I lose 2 in a row, I'm actually surprised. Like you design your team. It might be a player fault, it might be a Playdom fault, I don't know. But you design your team, your offense team, to fight the defensive teams that are common. And if everybody's kind of running the same thing, like everyone's Quick Lord, everyone's Enchantress, Pestilence, everyone is Worthies. You know, everyone's Invisible Woman, Molly. You know, if everybody's doing that same thing, I mean, people catch on. They're not stupid. Not everybody can be Quick Lord. And sure, it'll beat people who aren't high enough in the ratings and power levels to survive the first turn of Quicksilver. But I mean, if you can, and you just start knocking 1 or 2 of them out in the first turn, that's kind of it. You don't have anything else to worry about. You defeated the entire team with minimal effort. And the only matches I can really remember losing was when I had to fight something really weird and oddball. And I would go into the match, like, I lost to quite a few Beta Ray Bill teams. And I thought that was strange. Because I'd just not been used to seeing him in teams. But then when I saw him being played so much, and how strong Static was, and they had the, what is that, the Thunderstrike? And it was just countering and shocking my team like 100 times in a row. Like, that was annoying. But, I mean, there's lots of counters for the static-based teams. Like, you could just simply run Pestilence and you've countered them. Sure, you can't, you know, avoid static anymore. But, you know, you're going to take half damage from all the dots. And look, like, teams I'm talking about now are coming up. Here's Molly, Invisible Woman. I really don't feel like that's a viable team anymore. I think they've had their time, and that's gone. That's my opinion. Normally, I'd be running a Huggins Eye, but I took it off. And I don't really plan on putting it back on anytime soon. Because when Molly was almost every team, then it was really... It was mandatory. I mean, you just had to not get hit by punches or you died. And now that she's not all over the place, you know, who cares? And right now with Protective Shroud, I mean, I'm going to miss or dodge 50%. So I'm not really scared of her at all at this point. That's pretty much her whole scariness, is just punching you. But, you know, if you swing at my agent while you're static, he's going to swing back at you, and eventually that's going to kill you. See, here she goes. So she's probably just going to throw a bunch of cars, because for some reason that's what the AI picks when I play. And it doesn't even matter if that hits you or not, you're still hit. Which is one thing I think is a little bit weird and cheap about static, but I mean, I guess that's how they wanted it, I don't know. Also, speaking of Quick Lord, I'm really upset every time they add something to the game that makes Quicksilver obviously more stupid than he was 5 minutes ago. When they added the that new Spider-Man set with the Relentless Rapier, that was a disaster. Like, Playdum's been working on this game, or Disney, whoever. They've been working on this game long enough. I'm sure it's about the same employees, but they've been working on the game long enough. Who picks that? They've been working on the game long enough to know that adding anything that gives follow-ups to people, like Quicksilver, is broken because he gets 2 turns, and every time he goes and takes all his turns and all his teammates join in and beat down your team, that becomes one of the best teams in the game. And it's happened with so many. Like, you look at Quicksilver and Psylocke when they were new, and mental coordination was able to be preemptively cast, you know, at the start of the round. Quicksilver immediately became #1 in the game. It was Quicksilver, Psylocke, all over the place. And then you turn around and you look and you see you have Havoc. And you see Quicksilver, Havoc. Oh, and let's not forget that they nerfed Psylocke because Quicksilver's broken with it. Not because anything is wrong with Psylocke, but because there's something wrong with Quicksilver. And that's also a disturbing trend. So when Quicksilver Havoc was a team, their response was, okay, we're going to nerf Havoc and then leave Quicksilver the same again. And then no matter what team you go to, it eventually just ends up, if it's a team with Quicksilver, that other guy keeps getting nerfed. And that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know who thought that was the way it should work, but you need to nerf the person who's the problem, not the people who have generally balanced gameplay mechanics that are unbalanced specifically with Quicksilver. You know, everybody just started like loading their armory with the most offensive gear they could possibly find, and then that gear generally would cause them to hopefully one-shot somebody on the first Quicksilver turn, if they even get like 1 proc from a mental coordination or a cosmic cardinal or a relentless rapier, or, you know, now with, you know, with Star-Lord, he's got the ability to not only boost his team's stats like permanently, but to even give a guy with 2 turns another turn and all his other teammates turns, and then they all get follow-ups and counters, and it's honestly a complete mess. complete mess. And honestly, I don't feel like anything's really going to get done about it. I mean, if nothing's been done so far about Quicksilver, I don't imagine anything's going to get done at all. And he's got an Age of Ultron costume coming out soon. And that's really scary. I don't know if everyone's kind of hyped up for it. They're all excited. They're like, alright, Age of Ultron, Quicksilver. But I'm not excited because I know if it's even remotely good, he's going to be on every team that you're ever going to see. Ever again. Like, it's going to be Age of Ultron, Quicksilver, with whoever else is really silly. Maybe Hulk, because he gets a bunch of turns, and you're just going to be fighting somebody, you know, a team that just takes turns, like, all day. And depending on how stupid his passive is, that he's going to be giving to his teammates, you have no idea how well, that's fine. You have no idea how dangerous it's going to be. Putting the ISOs in right now, I don't know, some people may be aware, some people may not. It says 70, but they're actually the max level. When you reload the game, it'll correct itself. I'll stamina. I don't feel like buying another one. So I don't have his EISO. So I'm not entirely sure what to give him. Just double checking. I don't think I do. No, because I hated his heroic battle. So let's take this one off of Elektra because actually, yeah, take that one off of Elektra. And I think I have his AISO, but I'm not sure. Yes. These are still called Infiltrator interface, and because they changed it to melee and yeah. Oh, okay, but it still works. Okay. Yep, applies phased. Okay. So the issue is you're gonna have to kind of gear for one side, it looks like. Because this is energy ranged and this is melee unarmed. That's kind of crap, if you ask me. But probably just gonna fast forward through this part because I need to make decisions. So one moment. Okay, so I've set up Vision as good as I can. I mean, this really I don't feel like there's really a great setup that I could possibly put on him, and I'm gonna just try Black Widow because I want him to be stealthy. And she has a lot of costumes. Age of Ultron. I haven't even geared out the Scrapper. But I'm not going to run Scrapper because I don't feel like they're safe. That's really strange. I've noticed that certain things that should be able to be equipped for some reason cannot. Like, that's clearly an unarmed skill, it says so. Unarmed melee. Unarmed, but can't apply it. And Fatal Fist has the same issue. And I'm not sure why that is. I guess I'll just put that on because it's something. So, Vision and Black Widow. So I just gotta change my agent up real quick. And I'm going to give him part of the Legion set here. The part is good. I'm gonna give him this. Because Vision has radiation, I believe. Weather control device, that's fine. And... actually, well... nah, I don't want to change. If only I had something. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this and this, because this becomes a free action when you have another part of the set, and this becomes stealthy, right? So that would be good to have a stealthy attack on my agent. This for, you know, buff control. This should automatically... No, this only preemptively counters. No, it does that all the time. Okay. Oh, it just gains shocking. I don't care. Okay, sweet. So this is my setup. Just something I made up right now. And we're gonna just see how it goes. Don't expect a miracle, because I really just put this together just now. But, okay, so they're all tacticians, so this is perfect. So, I hate agents, so I'm just going to beat him down. Whoa, that really hurt. So that takes out my counters, but that's cool. I found out that the combat sensor, for some reason, will allow you to follow-up attack on flanked people, which doesn't make any sense. Because it's not really an attack, but apparently it is. But it can also be protective. So I think they kind of registered it incorrectly. I don't think that's really how they intended it to be. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's say I want to do this. And so I'm phased now. Okay, so I can do this to somebody. Like my teammate. And totally make her upset. Wait a minute, I'm Bruiser? I didn't know he switched to Bruiser. Huh. Alright, punch my teammate. Alright, and this isn't working out very well. So that's kind of the issue when you have a bunch of single target people. And I can't remove his buff unless I corner him. I don't have cornered. Am I hobbled? No. So why in the world did he protect that? I have no idea. Oh well, screw it. So, is this stealthy? Yes. Alright, so that's decent. Alright, so let's see if I can just wipe him out. Holy... What? What? Oh my god, Vision. That did so much damage. I don't even. I don't know. I don't know. That just did so much damage. I don't even know what to say right now. And you're cowering? I know this is just gonna give me some health only, but it's worth. Combat sensor. Okay, I don't think I can. Oh, fatal blow. Whoop! There we go. All right, that was Vision. Like, what? I'm in Vibranium League. Thank you, Vision. You know, I'm gonna play 2 more. I was gonna do a first 5, but Vision. Sorry, I paused because I guess I quit. No, I'm joking. What an uninteresting fight. That's what happens when your defense is nearly... You're level 15 in Vibranium? How are you level 15? No, seriously, no. How? How? Look at this. I normally don't try to accuse people of cheating, but... Can I see some footage? Can I get some screenshots? Can I get something? I don't believe you. And I think it's pretty safe to say that there's lots of people with more stats than that who aren't 1,000 rating. I swear if I get one more of that. Okay, here we go. Here's a team. So. That's an AoE stun, sweet. And of course you would miss. Just make sure... Oh, we're all in-capped? Okay, so... I'm just gonna remove that. And now I'm gonna decide who I really want to attack. I... actually think I need to kill her. Only because I don't have any real defense against her. If I had the other piece, it'd probably help a lot. The mask. Oh my goodness! So we just removed that. So. Let's say that we want to... See, the reason why I like the AISO is because not only do I get phased, but when I turn back to the other form, I get all the energy. Like the 5 energy stacks for free. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. And then you can just spend it and blow them up. This would probably be good to use against her. I'm not dizzy, right? Yeah. So, I will probably... just intangible fist. Okay, so I want to do something I know is going to kill her. So I'm just going to do that. And it's not going to kill her. Somehow she survived, and wow, you hit hard. I mean, really hard. And I lost my melee damage. So that sucks. But I think I can work around that. That's apparently able to be dodged. And see, now this is a problem. So she's pinpointed, so I want to target him. Okay, good, I'm alive. Barely. So let's cleanse people, and then it's nice having a free action on the agents, because I don't know of any other free action that's even still left on agents. Because I'm glad Signpost isn't a free action, because let's be real, that'd be corny. You know, I think it might have actually been worth running in Blaster, but you know what? Why does he do so much damage? Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. You survived. Okay, sweet. So let's punch you. So this didn't turn out so bad. I am not actually feeling very confident that the team is set up really well, but I think maybe he can just forego the Legion Pulse Rifle for something a bit more practical for him, because I'm not really worried about my skills being locked out. I mean, let's be real, that's not an issue that I think I'd really have to deal with. I'm tangible, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Alright, so I just need to not hit him with melee, because I totally forgot not to do that. Okay, so you have buffs, so we're going to just knock those out. Actually, it doesn't look like he got a bunch. He has buff blocker, so he didn't get any. Sweet. And yeah, he's safe to melee now. Give him that deadly crit. Because that's free. Okay. I just don't... Maybe it's my agent. Maybe it's the classes. I don't know. I think I need to switch things up. I really had no idea Vision changes to Bruiser, because I didn't remember seeing that in the patch notes. So that's an interesting side note, and I learned something. But next time I'm gonna try. I might try Vision again, because that would be nice if he wasn't crap. And I think I'm going to start farming for his E-ISO. Because seriously, I just threw on something. But I hate the heroic battle. It's so hard and tedious. I mean, I know the general strategy, but I just hate having to remove the enemy's defenses and then hit him once and then heal myself and then remove the defense again because it came back and then hit him once, and it's terribly designed. I hate it. It's so annoying. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll try to do this again, I believe, on Thursday. Maybe Monday and Thursday will be my days to do this. Maybe a couple times I'll just decide to stream instead. But I figured this is a little shorter, and I can just kind of talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'll have more things obviously on my mind. I'll be working on the tier list a little bit, trying to see who goes where. It's a little early for me to say now because I'm in Vibranium, and I don't make my tier list on Vibranium. My tier list is Adamantium only. So, wish me luck, and good luck to all of you in PvP. Have a good season.